God made man in his own self-image to rule the earth, with dominion over all the animals, earth, and sea. To help man rule easily, God fashioned from Adam's rib strength, support, partner, ally, woman, Eve, a female, a she. Partners to rule the land, sky, and sea. God made them both, loving them equally. Man is greedy for power. He wages war and destruction on his fellow brother's land, forcing his domination on women as well as man. Ally made from Adam's rib, when partnership was God's plan, man rules her at his command. The ally Eve, God's great innovation, under man's feet for accommodation. The cabal hides in plain sight a manifesto deluxe, blueprint for the good old days, fueled by myths, social constructs designed to undo progress. Line between church and state gone. Compassion, empathy gone. Return them back to their place. Mrs., Ms. have gotten way too free. Behold your American monarchy. Christian nationalism unleashed their version of Christ, aimed like a weapon at her, filled with the ammo of dumb, deaf, and blind indifference. But her vote is her weapon. Years of fighting brought her skill. She is poised to fire at will. Her voice is the armor that won many wars. She saw defeat, but opened many doors. With Roe v Wade reversed, she forecasts pain and abuse, women and girls forced into motherhood without a choice. Death tolls rise, they have no voice. Fundamental health care snatched. Marginalize her once more. SCOTUS spat, then closed the door. Right to life and Trump both proudly stand. Right to life's American Taliban. Right to life is misleading. Poor school kids you're not feeding. School shooting deaths, moms pleading. Right to life means forced breeding. After childbirth, little is provided for succeeding. Will she be tracked, monitored like USDA cattle? Non-compliant? Punish her? And treat her just like chattel? Mrs., Ms. earned the right for reproductive health care. She bravely took on the world as an abolitionist, labor movement for respect, the right to vote, suffragette, human rights and civil rights, earned ownership of her own life, and still her country's ally to this day. Her historic presence is here to stay. Birth from the womb is not the birth that validates her worth for the participation in the suffragettes' win. She can give birth to children or give birth to solutions, birth wisdom and compassion that nurture a whole village. It takes a whole village to raise a child. To recognize less is not worth your while. And her place is every place. A kitchen with a baby and a sink filled with dishes with or without shoes. Or she could own a business, executive, CEO, politician, engineer, business suit, and Jimmy Choos. She fought and evolved to how she should live. Mrs., Ms. all came from Adam's rib. Trailblazer and hellraiser, game changer, record breaker, from clay to empire, self-made, quality, a brand, top grade, an American beauty. The jewel in her own country's crown, strength behind every great man, poised yet strong to help him stand. They took their stand, heard the call, her truth remains through it all. She is your mother, your sister, girlfriend, and the love of your life. She is an undecided voter's cousin, niece, or wife. All the daughters in swing states, hey girl, hey, she's your sister that's from another mister. She is Gen X and Gen Z. Pass her torch for tolerance and learning, fire that lights within us and still burning. Mrs., Miss, Ms., her, she, reclaiming their anatomy, fighting this misogyny, her body, her voice, her choice. She could be your great-great-grand that you may never live to see. She'll learn about an election you voted to keep her free.